Hi, welcome back. I should say that to myself because it's been a long time since I've uploaded any videos to this channel. I've been uploading my videos to my other channel, a totally different topic. But I wanted to mention that, first of all, I'm still alive, I'm still here, and what I've been doing. I'm still working at the place, full-time job, and I'm proud of that. Sorry about the lighting. I think it probably has something to do with the dark atmosphere. I don't have much in terms of lighting, just in general in my room here, and this is just a corner of the room. But I will. It's all funds. It's all money. It's all a matter of resources. I just don't have the space nor the lighting system to really the money to for the lighting system. Anyway, and regardless of that, I knew that there were people, subscribers. I'm very honored and glad to have, and hopefully you're still watching. Now, I have this other channel, and it's involved in it's about my creative endeavors, but I keep it separate from this channel, which is more about theories and exploring the universe and understanding yourself and more of understanding. The other part is about creativity. This part is about understanding. However, I guess what I've been doing with my creativity is very calming and very psychologically soothing. So that kind of dovetails into this. So I am still here. I'm still alive. Um, and what I've been doing on my other channel has been learning about how music is composed, not just listening to music, but specifically, I'm a fan of 1980s music. I was about 10 in the mid 80s, so that gives you a sense. I was born in 1975, the end of 1975. So I've been learning all about, of course, you can go to my other channel, Samantha Bahar, um, Bahar, um, and to learn more about it. But what I've learned is about the circle of fifths, and I've been able to express my life experiences. I came out with 10. Yeah, 10. What I plan to have would be 10 tracks in each album, and I have 4 albums, really five, fifth one in the works. I've learned that there are that 4 albums is kind of standard. It's commonplace um, for a record deal. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to develop my singing voice, but here's my singing voice, and here's my writing experience and my writing talent. Um, so I want to at least compose all those ideas and thoughts. It's very freeing, and it sounds cliche. It very much sounds cliche to express my ideas. And well, I grew up wanting to be a filmmaker. I grew up originally wanting to be a television writer and eventually create TV shows. And I think I was way ahead of a lot of people my age. I was precocious um, and just very smart and very humble. Ha ha ha. So I found that over time, after college, it's very difficult to get anywhere in terms of film or TV because you have to really, essentially, you have to live in Los Angeles. You have to live where the action is. And recently, because of this other hobby that I developed and showcase on my other channel, um, I began practicing voice, and I pitch up, down, um, and I knew that that was what singers did. That was a common practice that singers did to practice their voice. And so I figured, gee, I have this writing talent. I'd written poetry for a little bit, and primarily I'm just a writer at heart, and I love expressing ideas. And I'm very attuned to drama in terms of like dramatic writing, and there is some connection between music and drama. I think truly, music, TV, and film. I don't know exactly dancing too. I suppose choreography. It all um, congeals into um, something that has a lot of different shared facets. Something very dramatic, very action oriented, very expressive in all three: music, in television, film, and dancing or choreography. So I thought about performing, which is something I never thought I would actually do. I was not somebody who tried out in school. Well, I was in school plays in elementary school, middle school, and high school, but that was something very different. Not, I don't think it was even high school. It was just middle school because chorus class, music class, no chorus. You basically had to be in um, a play at the time. But anyway, I wasn't somebody who really pushed for that. I really got into it, especially the music performance part. Um, so this is nice. Now there are four albums in mind. I can name the four. Letters from a Broken Heart, um, which is about an experience I had, broken heart, and things I wanted to say, and it's called Letters because it's what I would want to express. It's my point of view, but I don't mention any names, and the gender is switched. So it's so the identity of the other person is so, I think, so well hidden that I feel I can be able to express it without endangering the identity of the other person. Okay, that's Letters, and it's also what they call um, a narrative concept album. Concept album being an album that, as opposed to just music thrown in, concept album would have some commonality in terms of the themes or the song structure, something. Um, there's a commonality amongst all the songs in a concept album. A narrative concept album is specifically an album where the songs are in some kind of sequential order. And in this case, it's a chronological sequential order. The second album, I have all 10 figured out now. Um, the albums are typically 9 to 12 tracks, or each track being a song, 9 to 12 tracks, and an LP or no, EP is shorter, and that's like 7 tracks. But I'm going for full length actual album, legitimate album. Um, so that's, I have 10 tracks figured out. I have 5 of 10 tracks figured out for there's one called Child's Play, which is about thoughts and experiences in my childhood, and there's another one that's it's also a sequential narrative concept album, which is not that I've had an out of body experience, but or near death experience, but spirituality is a big part of it's one of my passions, so part of my interests. So this would be like a sequential concept album where somebody is met and taken through a journey towards some kind of unity or God, so to speak, and experiences through, based on, well, sort of somewhat based on reports, but more like my Jewish background in the Pardes meditation, Pardes, and thoughts about my mom and her death and so forth, and the afterlife, and supernatural merging with our natural. It's almost fanciful. All right. So it's Letters from Broken Heart, which is all 10 tracks figured out, um, and Child's Play, which is about my childhood, the good, the fun, the joy, the excitement, and some of the sad, secretive things I've lived through, sad, secretive experiences. And three also has five of the 10 figured out. That's the other album, which is called New Light. And the fourth one, gee, I'm blanking on the fourth one. It's childhood, spirituality, broken heart, and I'm blanking on. I don't want to waste recording time here, but there is a fourth album. Then there's a fifth album. I was thinking of in terms of fantasy, different kinds of characters and different kinds of myths played out. So I've been learning about music composition. I've been learning about like Fleetwood Mac and what makes these songs especially dramatic, and developing my own sound. I like the 1980s sound in terms of the instruments that are played and ways that they go about inserting the structure of it. I've also learned that what I call 1980s style music is very pigeonholed, and also very that music is wider in terms of genre, or if you're trying to write a 1980s song, it's like movies. If you're trying to write a 1980s style movie, well, there's no one set 1980s style movie. Movies have just existed. It's just, for several decades. In terms of storytelling, it's just different aspects that you include, and there are fewer aspects that would differentiate it from other decades. So in the case of music, it's more a matter of which instruments you play and maybe some stylistic choices. So anyway, I want to put in a 1980s style in many of the songs. I also like Fleetwood Mac's dramatic style, and Stevie Nicks as well. I learned about in terms of theories. I've got to mention some theory because there's more about learning theories and understanding the universe. In terms of music theory, number one, there's a circle called the Circle of Fifths, and look this up. There's notes, there's chords, there are harmonies, there's chord progression. I also learned that Okay, first of all, what's a chord? A chord is more than one note. I'd say maybe two or three notes played simultaneously. And this is a really fun, nice part that makes my job easier composing the music. If you're going for actual melody, there are certain chord progressions. In other words, sequences. You have a chord, meaning several notes played simultaneously, one chord. You have several chords that you can put in a certain order that will produce a certain effect, emotional effect. And there are certain chords that have been chord progressions, specific sequences of chords that have been done and done and done and done and done and done in popular music. Very popular music. Just once you notice it, you really notice it. And there, in fact, I think it was on America's Got Talent. It may have been on America's Got Talent. I've only seen just this clip, but is it called Axis of? I want to say Axis of Evil. It's not Axis of Evil. It's Axis of something. I should have looked it up, but they're a comedic band of three members, and they demonstrate on stage in front of an audience that there's this one chord progression, one sequence of chords that has been used in so many different hit songs. I know Taylor Swift has been mentioned as having used that chord progression in quite a number of her songs, and they just in the video they just sing. They start singing one song that has that chord progression, and then they drift into another song that has that same chord progression. I'm sure if you look it up, you'll be able to find more about what I'm talking about. So there are other chord progressions as well. So so what I did was I created what I call a discography. I had the album titles, and then underneath each album title, I have the numbered off. I would have the songs, and I'm figuring out the song titles. And then within each song title, I have like a paragraph or a few paragraphs about what I want to say in the song. And that's exciting because I'm fleshing it out, and I'm not only fleshing it out, but it seems like this is the step right before figuring out the actual lyrics. So that's exciting. What else? It's summertime. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to hop on and say I'm still around and I still want to make videos. Oh, one other thing is, unfortunately, there was a video that I recorded and it is in there, but I had trouble trying to upload it to YouTube. And ironically, you know what the video was? It was about the correct pronunciation of Yud He Vav He. That's the deity in the Jewish Bible. In English translations, it's the Lord. But in, I better make sure. Okay, good, it's still recording. But in the Hebrew, the Torah, the Jewish Bible, does not have vowels. However, there were mnemonic devices, and there was a tradition. There were letters that describe how the vowels were passed down from rabbi to rabbi to rabbi to rabbi in each generation. If you want to know, right here, it's the consonants are in English YHVH. In Hebrew, it's Yud He Vav He, and that's at somewhere along the line the Y became pronounced as a J sound. So that's how you get the name Jehovah. But the actual vowels that you don't see, but again, sometimes scribes would actually add the vowels in, whether by accident or, I don't know, intentionally or what, but they would slip and they would put in the vowels. And then there's this letter from one rabbi to a rabbi I think of a younger generation, or one rabbi to another, describing this mnemonic device. It has something to do with the word for heaven. But I won't get into detail on that. It wasn't uploaded to YouTube. I wasn't able to upload it. There was some problem, ironically, about the name that Jews do not pronounce. But anyway, it's Yehovah is from what I've read and learned, the actual pronunciation. From what I have, from Nehemiah Gordon, look up Nehemiah, Nehemiah, Gordon. He describes all of this, and I did a whole video. I tried to upload it, and it didn't work. So it was right around that time when I got more involved I became more involved in this other channel, and I've been so wrapped up in that project, that's fun project that will hopefully go somewhere. So I've been doing that and other things in my life. I haven't gone back to this channel. I am now. So, all right, so that's it. There will be more videos coming. Just wanted to say hi, I'm still here. All right, hope you are too. Bye.